Welcome, Armchair Generals, Weekend Warriors, and Saturday Soldiers alike. This is Ostentatiousness, and welcome back. Well, actually, welcome to Star Wars Empire at War, The Forces of Corruption. Now, I understand I have my Rome Total War playthrough going, and there were words in there as well. Men at War and Company of Heroes, and I will be getting back to those. But the issue is, aside from Company of Heroes eating my soul, because I have all my games installed on external hard drives, so if I ever rebuild my machine, I just plug in and have all my games. That actually means that my save files save to my computer. I'm sure there's a way. I'm not smart enough to know it, and it's a bit tedious, but to get it to save to my hard drives. But them's the breaks. So I actually need to get back up to where I was at, and Rome Total War decided it wanted to uninstall itself off of my computer, or off of my hard drive. So just currently got that churning in the background. So schedule, I probably post the schedule on my Twitter. Check that out in the links below. But tomorrow I'm actually going to be doing some Kerbal Space Program. I'm currently reading up on how to get shit into atmosphere. So that I actually want to run a little science experiment, which I'll explain more in that video. Now, I'm going to be playing through the campaign of Forces of Corruption. I just previously had just started the video, and I went through, and I'm reading the opening scroll. Also, no sound effects on this. I actually usually have this one playing on the music on this. I usually have this playing while I watch listen to YouTube videos in the background. I usually have it modded as well. But I cranked up the campaign, and I realized, because this is much more story driven than the Rebel or Imperial campaigns from the base game. I actually need to play through the tutorial, because first of all, it'll explain how... Yeah, okay. This actually will explain how different the Zan Consortium is to Rebels and Empire, which, by the way, I hate both playing as them and against them. Ugh. Terribly sorry. Because their little nuance is real difficult for me to work. And when the AI plays them, they can min-max the fuck out of them, and it makes them so difficult to beat. So this will actually also explain some of the story for this.
A year ago, I joined forces with Jabba the Hutt. Our combined criminal contacts and resources brought both of us great wealth. But I never intended to make this alliance permanent. Recently, Jabba acquired a unique artifact. From what I can tell, it's cost him nearly half his wealth. It's too valuable a prize to let my good partner enjoy all by himself. That artifact will be in my hands soon.
The Zan Consortium uses corruption powers, among other abilities, to gain advantages over the Empire and the Rebels. Pay close attention as you move Tiber Zan through the galaxy, corrupting planets to gain power. In this scenario, Tiber will direct his Defiler units to corrupt Mandalore and establish a black market on Nal Hutta without actually conquering either planet. Like the original Empire at War, conquering establishes ownership and allows Tiber to build new bases. Corrupting an enemy planet leaves the enemy in control, but in return, Tiber gains access to unique missions, tech upgrades, enemy information, increased income, and new space routes.
I need to establish a black market on Nal Hutta in order to enhance the abilities of my forces around the galaxy. Before I can establish a black market, I need to show them what I'm capable of.
Mandalore's supreme strategist is traveling to the Hutt space station in orbit above Mandalore. If we can successfully perform an act of piracy at Mandalore, it will open the door to creating a black market on Nal Hutta.
To perform an act of piracy, drag this Defiler to the Spread Corruption slot on the planet Mandalore. Defilers are special consortium units, and are the only ones that can spread corruption. The Zan Consortium can either corrupt or capture planets. The choice is yours.
And that... Can I not pause this? Well, that little nuance is... Whoa, just read it up on the microphone. That little nuance is actually what makes the Zan Consortium so difficult. You have to balance between conquering planets and owning them, and corrupting planets.
Progress. When a Defiler attempts to spread corruption at a planet, You will be presented with all of the available corruption options at that planet. Notice that there are prerequisites that need to be fulfilled to unlock additional corruption options. Corruption options differ for each planet, so pay close attention to maximize your opportunities. Select piracy from the corruption menu.
So apparently I need 2 Han Solo Incarbonates for this one. No, it's actually kidnapping. So there's a whole variety of different options for the Zan Consortium, and you actually need sometimes to have established these other rackets to unlock other ones. In my opinion, the most important are slavery and black market, because slavery allows you to train forces from the planets you've enslaved. Kind of fun. But the black market, for example, if I had a black market on an Imperial-controlled Kuat, I'm not sure exactly how it's worked out, but I could, for example, build my own Star Destroyers. So the Zan Consortium is very good because they steal everyone else's gear. And they have their own really unique units. So, space battle.
Men, the Zan Consortium expects your best today. If everyone does their part, we'll not fail.
Piracy is going to be especially dangerous to set up around Mandalore. Defeating Mandalore's supreme strategist will show the Mandalorians that they have no choice in the matter. Establishing privacy? Privacy, yes, brain. On Mandalore will go a long way to establishing a foothold for the Zan Consortium in the galaxy. Our Defiler has assembled a strike team with our reservists to accomplish our goal. As I'll explain this, the Zan actually get a really unique ability,
near our destination. One of our advantages is that the Zan Consortium ships possess the ability to hide in asteroid fields indefinitely without taking any damage. We are here to corrupt Mandalore.
I'm sure you remember my Star Destroyers getting the shit kicked out of them by space rocks.
Increase our notoriety throughout the galaxy and allow us to further the interests of the Zan Consortium.
Don't mind all the sounds you're hearing. I'm just trying to move my keyboard and microphone in such a way that I can still talk.
To Mandalore.
But
this will allow us to intimidate the Mandalorians and offer them protection from further pirate activities. Our objective will be approaching shortly, en route to the hot asteroid base orbiting Mandalore. He has set up a perimeter of V-Wings to prepare for his arrival. Those V-Wing fighters should be no match for our fighters.
Those fighters were literally no match for fighters at the end of the Clone Wars like 20 years ago.
To clear out the V-Wings before the Supreme Strategist arrives.
So,
Those droids will swarm an enemy unit and begin tearing through its hull. Activate this ability by selecting the highlighted button and targeting an area near your desired target.
Enemies incoming. Release the buzz droids.
Release the Kraken. Also the buzz droids. It was actually funny because these are actually Mandal Hypernautic Star Vipers, so these are actually a Mandalorian fighter that my people are using.
Ready for action.
I actually find the whole premise of this though to be so goddamn stupid, because the Mandalorians, the real Mandalorians, not the fucking pacifist pussy bastards that ended up taking over the droid, they are warriors to the core. And they would not be intimidated by the Hutt.
Fire at will.
They might work with the Hutt, but they wouldn't be scared of them.
Deploy buzz droids.
I will say this is actually the only time in the entire the entirety of both games that you actually will see a lot of Old Republic units. A Venator Star Destroyer will appear. If I say Old Republic, I mean all of the Republic units. You get a Venator Star Destroyer shop, and these are clone starfighters.
Responding on station. Coordinates received. We're moving an approach.
But yeah, these V-Wings are savagely outdated. This isn't even a fight.
Good. Now we will ambush the Supreme Strategist when he arrives, and show the galaxy that the Zan Consortium is a force to be reckoned with.
Fail.
God, it shits me that I don't have control of my buttons. Okay, so those picket ships will pull apart my fighters.
There he is. Hijack his ship by destroying his engines and bringing the boarding shuttle near his ship.
Yeah, so those little tick-looking motherfuckers will savage me.
It's an ambush. All hands to battle stations. We'll teach those pirate scum to stay clear of Mandalore.
Yeah, IPv1. They will savage any fighters I send to them. Same with the Corellians.
Orders copied and understood. What is it? Moving for the kill. We're receiving you. We're en route to new
So you'll see a lot of the Zone Consortium units use kinetic weaponry. So a lot of missiles, a lot of mass drivers. And this actually does have a very beneficial side effect in that while they can pick through shields real easily, they also
I am in complete control. That's the way I like it.
They also just straight up damage hardpoints of enemy ships. Oh, I'm so not used to the base game. It's upsetting just how basic this is. Like, I've been playing A Thrawn's Revenge, amazing mod. I'm definitely going to be showcasing that on the channel. But
at full power.
like some of them, you have Star Destroyers with like 40 different weapons emplacements.
Targeting systems engaging.
Okay, can't let him get to the asteroid.
Release the buzz droids.
No, those are
Fire
the
on
Arctic
the
fighters.
engines. Target the engine. If the plan goes well, these battles will be short. The attack signal. We're opening fire on the enemy. I know attacking their position.
I think that's the boarding shuttle. Yeah.
Opening fire. Time is money. Resend your
Time is money,
transmission.
friend.
Well done. We've now established a base for piracy on Mandalore. This corruption sets up the Zon Consortium.
Can I have
for
that Star
black
Destroyer,
market
please?
efforts on Nal Hutta.
They're garbage, but I love them.
Corrupted. Well done.
Awkward moment when I elbow my microphone off.
I've successfully hijacked the Supreme Strategist's ship. While he rots in our custody, news of our victory will spread fear through every system in the galaxy. Perhaps other worlds will now think twice about defying the Zon Consortium.
The yellow fog surrounding the planets
love
indicates
this
that they
guy's
are
voice.
under the corruption influence of the Zon Consortium. Once a world has been corrupted, you will be unable to change the corruption type of that planet. If the corruption is removed by enemy heroes, or the planet is conquered, you can re-corrupt it with whatever corruption choices are
Yeah, so I
available.
think the Zone Consortium can corrupt
Click the
after
base
conquering,
layout
but
button on the planetary detail screen, or scroll your mouse wheel to zoom in 2 times to see the positions of enemy structures and forces. Scroll your mouse wheel again to zoom out, or click on the magnifying glass icon in the lower left-hand corner.
Corrupting planets has many benefits. Not only can we spy on the forces on a planet, but we are able to study the configuration of the land invasion map.
Tiber summons a defiler to deal with the black market on Nal Hutta.
My plans grow apace.
Thank you, Mr. Hint.
As soon as the agents on Nal Hutta are contacted, I can tap into their black market community. It's a source of valuable stolen technology. Now that I know about the black market on Nal Hutta, I can send a defiler to establish
That has to be one of the
communication.
strangest
Drag a
paragraphs
defiler
I've
to
ever
the
heard
spread
read in this
corruption
game.
slot at the planet
I've heard some
Nal Hutta.
bizarre shit.
Once there, use the defiler to tap into the black market on Nal Hutta. There will be chances to contact and gain technology from scientifically rich worlds all over the galaxy. Once you
I think
have
it's
set up
only
your connection
specific
with the black
worlds.
market, the world will be corrupted and will serve your cause.
Easily done.
You see, that's actually something that the Zone Consortium should be able to do, is have enforced neutrality, pay off the other factions so that they don't get attacked, so that the Zone Consortium can continue to work, and then the other forces, other players have, well, other factions have to decide when the Zone Consortium becomes too powerful. Because you actually get an income boost from whenever they corrupt
Be
the planet.
advised that only
from
Zon
bribes.
Consortium heroes are capable of purchasing technology from the black market.
Right, Fen?
Why an Empire planet? Would it not be better to set up our black market on a rebel-owned world? Because of their resistance efforts, they sometimes have access to more exotic technology that we could greatly benefit from.
My motives are my own, but I will tell you this. I was rapidly working my way up through the Imperial Academy, but some took exception to my
This
creative
literally does
solutions
not
for advancement and had
answer
me expelled.
Uriah's question.
I'm
Also,
bound
who
to
got
pay for this
Tiber
indignity.
expelled, you wonder? It was
The
actually Grand
rebellion
Admiral
and their
Thrawn.
words may
Well,
be useful later,
then
but
Lieutenant
the
Thrawn now.
Empire will start their repayment to me now. Let's get to work. Send my Lieutenant Uri Fenn to Nalhata to purchase disruptor technology from the black market
disruptors.
there.
So in canon, actually, what disruptors do is they're pretty much portable
Technology
ion
purchased
cannons,
from
and
the
they
black
pull
market will
people
vary
apart.
Depending on many factors. The cost of stealing certain technologies will change depending
Jesus
on the current tech level of the enemy you're stealing from. The items you gain from black markets across the galaxy will improve with the number of black markets you set up.
Now, okay, must not be the black market I was thinking of, but one of the Zan abilities would literally allow me to build Imperial or Rebel tech on my
We've
planets.
decoded a message from an Imperial outpost on Felucia that grants surface clearance for Jabba the Hutt.
This is it. Jabba is going to Felucia to sell the artifact to the Empire. We can pose as Hutt cartel
No, it's Nashada's the
and
moon,
sneak
now
onto
Hutt is
the
the
planet's
planet.
surface. Since they're not expecting us, we'll be able to steal the artifact without much trouble. Felucia is our goal, but we do not want to draw the Empire's attention. We will bribe our way past Nalhata and crash Jabba's meeting on Felucia. Combine all of our forces at Ryloth and then move them to Felucia.
Which
To
is
see
the other
cost of
reason.
Driving your way to a planet, drag your force to your final destination without releasing the mouse button. The bribe cost will be listed next to your fleet.
And this is the reason why you always want to be taking care of corruption with your heroes whenever you're paying as rebels or empire. Because the Zans could literally move an army right through your territory. So yeah, 59 bribes.
I see.
59 bribes. Cheapest bribes I've ever had.
Incoming shuttle. State your purpose for entering Imperial space.
We represent the Hutt cartel. We are under orders to deliver an artifact that Jabba is trading with senior Imperial officers.
All the Hutt cartel ships have already arrived and are accounted for.
We're arriving separate from the main Hutt fleet to ensure safety for the artifact.
I
You
like
are
this.
granted clearance to land at the Hutt landing site. If there is any deviation from that course, we will fire upon your vessel.
This worked out better than I thought. They've given us the exact location of Jabba and the real artifact. Hurry! We've no time to waste.
That lieutenant dude who was just kind of showing up, who just bluffed our way in, that dude deserves a fucking raise. Also, located in the Outer Rim, Felucia was once a major holding of the Commerce Guild. A challenging world to colonize, Felucia was a world teeming with fungal life forms and immense primitive plants. Much of the planet has a fetid, humid landscape overgrown by forests of bizarre wilderness. Many of the indigenous plants aggressively defend themselves. Sharp barbs, shooting spores, and poisonous defenses scuttled early attempts at agriculture. The hardships of settlement produced few cities of note on Felucia, including Kuei Tiao, Hargao, and Niango. Felucia has become an exotic retreat for the wealthy and the poorly paid citizens who support their extravagant whims. Also, the occasional Jedi Master and Padawan hiding from the Empire. Star Killer. Oh shit, that's a game I need to play for this channel. I fucking love that game.
We've located a small clearing near the Hutt cartel's landing party. The landing area should
How
have
did you
enough
not
cover
get
to hide our forces.
shot down?
Excellent. Ensure that we are not detected by the Hutt forces on the ground.
But what are you doing to make sure they don't see you?
Alpha Squad, scout the area and make certain our path is clear.
They
Looks
got
like our
fucked.
ship will be a little lighter for the return trip. Apparently, some of the local foliage isn't safe for infantry. Bring it up
You're
to
a
transport.
sadist, Tiber. Like, fucking hell, man.
We need to protect our landing site from anyone who might stumble across it. Get out the MDUs and deploy them.
Deploy a
MDU.
Mobile Defense Unit, or MDU, by clicking on its Deploy button. Then left-click on the unit to access its Build menu. From there you can choose what to build on top of the MDU.
What?
The MDU cannot move again until the object on top is sold or destroyed and the unit is undeployed.
I can garrison my troops inside the transport and protect them from those poisonous plants.
Sounds like it might be
Select your
Troy
troops
Bank.
and right-click on the transport to garrison the selected units within it.
Prepare
So yeah, the
yourselves.
Imperials get a flying unit in this one called the TIE Lancet. It's actually a really awesome unit, though not especially
Standing
effective.
by.
Oh.
Here we go.
We're just driving through the toxic plants, yes we are. I've never really used transports in this. I think they're neat, but I also think they're useless. Because why on earth would I worry about like, this very rarely shows up. I think only in the campaign.
Just avoid that.
Blast it. The path ahead is traversable only with infantry. Everyone out! We'll need to go the rest of the way on foot.
Isn't it convenient that none of those poisonous
To
plants are
eject
in it?
units from a transport or garrison structure, select the transport or garrison and right-click it to eject all troops. While the transport or garrison is selected, you can also click on the unit's icon from the selection menu to eject that unit from the garrison.
Like what I just
Be
did.
sure to make use of the special abilities of your unit.
Drugs!
Using those abilities could mean the difference between
Money!
victory and defeat. Note that Uri Fen has the innate ability to self-heal.
He does, it's also... he can bribe units to your side, which is super fun to do.
Stay in formation. Make sure you're covered.
No, I think this kind of like this kind of obstacle only shows up in the campaign. If I'm on a planet where I can't use infantry, if I'm say the Empire.
Unleash upon them. Supporting allied units.
Hang on. Yep, he used it.
Does anyone doubt my ability? Where next? Attack!
Oh. Personal cloaking field. Yeah, you actually get some really cool infiltration missions in this. Like,
All enemies!
normally I think that's kind of gamey bullshit, but they actually pulled this off quite well.
Now, we'll provide all the backup you need. Make sure you're covered.
So yeah, the MDUs was a new thing that they added in
I await your instruction. Activating stealth field. Do not make me wait.
was a new thing that they added specifically for this, the ability to construct. Also, I love his sonic gun. It's like it's like a shotgun.
with?
Awesome. So yeah, Uri is probably the most useful hero simply because he can heal himself.
Stay behind me. We've located the enemy.
Turrets.
We're no match for those anti-infantry turrets. Uri, we'll have to use our cloaking field to sneak the rest of the way to the hut landing site.
I'm more concerned about
We
the
need to make
fucking
sure
tank.
we get there before our cloaking fields run out.
Do not fail.
Reporting. Moving out.
I love the aesthetic for the Empire. Like, I know they're meant to be like, you know,
Choose wisely.
Ready for action.
super duper evil, but
I might have some room
they
left.
have a really nice
Who will
aesthetic.
suffer the consequences? Transmit the coordinates. Locate our enemies. They will never see me coming.
Oh, I had to decloak Uri. I'm like, why isn't it going down? Ah, it's because I'm stupid, that's why. God, I wish I had control of time. Why am I not allowed to be a god anymore?
You men, back me up.
I'm just going to take theirs off autocast. As hilarious as that would actually be. Shit.
All of you, come with me.
Yeah, as hilarious as it would be to bribe some of these fuckers. That is a shitty weapon. I may have mentioned this in the previous series. I don't know. I don't remember much. I barely remember breakfast. I love the aesthetic of walker type units, but at the same time, it's like you take a leg out of something, it's gone. It's done. Compare that to the ATTE with its 6 legs. You lose 1 or 2 legs, I think it still moves.
You cannot hear. Let's get moving. What you cannot see. I see.
Fat Hut, Fat Hut, Sexy Twi'lek. Oh, no grease. That means Thrawn. No. Yeah, no. I think Thrawn was the only one who employed the Nogri. I mean, they were sworn to Vader, but still, it's a big Van Vader, and that's a Sith holocron, children. That's bad news.
Freaks me out. I wish. Look out! It's Uri Fen.
Who was speaking with that voice? The Nogri couldn't have said it because he was dead, and the Twi'lek was clearly a woman, and the Hutts would have spoken.
The artifact is ours. What is the next step?
Uri, you are the only one I would trust with this artifact. Take it and guard it with your life. I will meet with you on the rendezvous point, where we can celebrate our victory.
Of all of the characters that are added in this expansion, I actually like Uri the most. Like, his loyalty to Tiber is pretty impressive.
Drop your weapons. If you do not come peacefully, we are authorized to use force.
Also, they are shooting lethal blaster bolts. Non-lethal shots from a blaster is the blue, like, ring that shoots out. They
All
were...
like crimes against Jabba the Hutt. Oh, I'll go peacefully.
And that,
You won't
on
hold
the
me
left,
for long.
and on the
On
middle,
that,
those
you
three
are the
giant
hero of
fuckers, those are
Tiber's
dark
Arm.
troopers. They were actually designed as, like, semi-autonomous Jedi hunters. Because they didn't have a presence in the Force, because they were machines. At least, I could be wrong about that. You actually get them in the Imperial camp, well, not the Imperial campaign, in the Imperial skirmish. They're built from a ship called the Ark Hammer, and they're built by whatever planet it's in orbit, and it's led by a commander by the name of Rom Mock, who is voiced by Gideon Emery. Okay, so 26 minutes, cutting this one a bit short, but we will start up the campaign next time. See you then.